Guys, we have to talk about Jack Della Maddalena. Like, I'm not going to just let this slide, and no one's really going to talk about it, so I'm going to be the one that brings this to light, guys. And mean mugging on the walkout, frowning and crying in the corner. Guys, I'm not going to lie. For the Australians, man, the only way for y'all to win now is if, like, JDM beats MVP. And that'll happen the same day we see a fish round, karate stand, splits rounds. Combo's going to make him frown. Violate him in 5 seconds like he's the nigga trying to inbound. Yeah, baby, yeah. Hey, man, let me just say something about this, Jack Della Maddalena, guys. It's not just that he got demolished in every aspect of fighting, including the striking. It's like how mentally broken he was. So let's really talk about it. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, about Jack Della Maddalena, who everyone was praising like, dude, he's going to be Islam's hardest fight, harder than Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier did this. Like, imagine if an old man Dustin can do this. What's this 29-year-old G going to do? Man, I'm going to talk about a lot today. First, I want to talk about how dejected Jack Della Maddalena is, and like the fact that he was dejected going through no injury. He was just mentally broke. I've never seen a fighter this mentally broken. So we're actually going to get into like why I feel like that was happening to him, as well as the fact that we're going to talk about towards the end, like how good really was Jack Della Maddalena? How much hype were we giving? And what was I saying before this fight? Because there's a lot of things I was saying that was going over people's head because they just wanted to say, oh, you're just saying it because you're Cope. We're going to address all that in this video, guys. So let's put the headphones in. We're going to be going through some tweets, guys. Now get your popcorn ready because some of these tweets are just like, it just really puts things into perspective, guys. First, I just want to play this one. This one is just like, just look at the mannerisms and just look how JDM's talking to his coaches here.
Let's get some fucking hands on this guy. On the ground, take a risk. No half guard, right?
Let's get some hands on him, It sounds like Leon. Come on, Leon. Wake up, Leon. A little bit less passionate. No, the coach was actually really passionate. You could tell the coach was trying to get JDM into it. And then it seems like JDM's in like an autopilot. Like he's like, yeah. Like I feel like there's a point. I think at this point of the fight, Islam was beating him in every aspect. You got to think about how frightening it was for a fighter when they realized they have no chance at beating him. He realized at a point he had no chance at beating him. And it's even more so showing here. This is when the coach loses at him for literally looking like a baby. Like he looks, I'm not gonna lie, I felt bad for JDM, guys. I don't know why. It's like I looked at a guy who's like taking candy from a baby, give the baby back some candy, Islam. Brother, why Islam make it like so unfair, brother? Like, I felt bad for JDM, man, because like, with his coaches pissed at him, here's what I was saying, guys. Like, I was telling people, I know you guys seen already, probably, if you haven't already. I was saying that Islam was probably going to control him, and JDM's going to be scared to scramble, because I feel like JDM's going to be scared to scramble due to the fact he might get choked. I think JDM understands that Islam's so good at finding submissions through scrambles. So I feel like it's going to lead to Islam racking up a lot of control time. JDM might like try to scramble, then see Islam like maneuver and like, oh, Islam has that covered. Let me chill a little bit. Which is actually going to lead to Islam having a lot more control time than usual. So we could actually see a situation here where JDM's scrambling less because he understands the threat of the submission. So he ends up stalling out like under Islam, where Islam kind of just being active and like racking up control time, which might actually lead to a little bit more of a boring outcome on paper, but it's a possibility that I want people to understand. Due to the fact he was worried about something might happen off a scramble, he's going to give up his neck. So JDM would like maneuver, and then you see Islam like react to that really well. It's like, oh shit, Islam's going to choke me. So he settled back in position, which led to something I didn't want to happen, but I did call before the fight, that it could be a fight that has a lot of control time for Islam, because JDM's not afraid to use his best weapon, which is his scrambling, because he understands if he does scramble, that's going to lead to a lot of bad things. Now, in this thing, his coach tells him two things. One, get that stupid look, like get that look off your face, man. Like, you're a world champion. It's like, this is almost feels like when someone shouldn't be the best champ. It's not even hate, man. I'm being so transparent. I'm actually feel bad for him. This is like when someone really shouldn't be champion of the division. Dude's 29. Like, I guess you could say he's still young, but like, I've always knew JDM was like, he's a good fighter, man, but he was definitely getting overhyped because the Bilal fight. We're going to talk about that later, but the mannerism of this guy, he just doesn't have the mindset of a champion. You could tell it by the face-offs. He was so nervous throughout this whole process. Islam seemed so more comfortable. Islam was like playing to the crowd, where JDM just felt like so tense and nervous and awkward. And just let me play this video so you guys know what I'm saying. Listen to the coach. Listen really good with your ears, because coach says it in the very start of this video.
Sad look off your face, all right?
First thing he says to him is, because he sees him over here. I can't even mimic the face, it's like his coach probably so frustrated because he's just watching this person who he put life, like, through fucking life or death camp, man. Training with Craig Jones, dude. Craig Jones. He's over here, beats on him, Dr. Dre. Shiba, eh? Ay, caramba, brother. Poor guy,
Sad look off your face, all right? You've got 5 minutes. It takes you one shot to finish a fight, right? Put some hands on this guy. You ain't touched him yet. Can you?
You ain't touched him yet. On the feet, his coach even knew on the feet he was getting his ass beat. He knew on the ground he was getting his ass beat. For a coach, it's probably frustrating because he's like, okay, I know my fighter can't win anything, so I got to just wake him up. And it's probably more frustrating for a coach when you're trying to wake up your fighter and get him locked in the game, and you see him coming over here with like a pouty. You see him pouting, man. He was pouting, you know. Brother, like I felt like, honestly, bro, if he was a baby, I would lift him up, put him on my shoulder, and start burping him, man. Because like I actually feel for him. Like I feel like he's just so innocent, and I feel like he shouldn't be in this situation. I just feel like he knew he wasn't a champion. Jaden was never a champion within. He was a champion physically. He had the belt physically. I don't believe Jaden believed he was the best fighter in the world, and I think it showed in this fight because he wasn't taking risk. He was getting destroyed in every aspect of fighting. His coach was just trying to motivate him, but he was just like, yeah, like he just wasn't there mentally.
Hey, right? Put some hands on this cunt. You ain't touched him yet. Can you get?
Get my feet on the ground.
You've got to get after this cunt, listen, man.
Yeah.
Take some risks. Fucking put damage on him, all right?
Yeah.
Jack, 5 minutes.
Now,
It
Jack.
takes you
Time to
one
get
shot
off
to
this
finish a
cunt.
fight. Hit him in the body hard. Smash him in the face. Let's get some fucking hands on this cunt. On the ground, take a risk.
Yeah.
No half guard, right? If he's gonna put you in the dust, take the dust. We'll fucking Hail Mary that sub, right?
Like you hear that? It's like automated yes. It's like nothing he's saying is actually registering. I feel like right now he's sitting and like I feel like it's just a lot of going on in his head. Like I just shouldn't be here. I feel like it honestly. I can imagine it feels like a bad dream. That's why I kind of sympathize with him a little bit here because I feel like he's just realizing right now that he should not have been here with Islam. Like he knows he's outmatched in every aspect of fighting, and I feel like all these automated yeah. It's like he's not really listening to what thing his coach is saying. And his coach can see it. You can see by his coach's mannerisms, like he starts getting closer to his face, like make sure he's trying to talk to someone with like who's soulless. Jadam's practically soulless here. He's like an automated robot just saying automated responses while getting lectured by his coach.
Damage on him, all right?
Yeah.
Jack, 5 minutes.
Now,
It
Jack.
takes you
Time to
one
get
shot
off
to
this
finish a
cunt.
fight. Hit him in the body hard. Smash him in the face. Let's get some fucking hands on this.
And the coach is not giving. To be fair, the coach is not giving like much like technical advice. Just wait, what can he do though? Like as I'm saying, they prep so much and then it's just so one sided. Like the coach is just saying, put hands on him.
On the ground, take a risk.
Yeah.
No half guard, right? If he's gonna put you in the dust, take the dust. We'll fucking Hail Mary that sub, right?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, Jack. Do you want to win this fucking fight? Do you want to keep your belt?
Fucking animal inside
5
you,
minutes.
Jack Della. It's time to fucking
Give me that animal.
Yeah.
Come on, Jack.
He gets up and he has the face back on. That pouty face. You know, like I don't like. It's hard to not. I don't know why I feel bad. Like I really was when I first clicked record on this video. I was trying to like make it a little bit lighthearted, but you feel for the guy, you know, because like it's clear that he shouldn't be there, man. And like situations like this, and it's funny because people are trying to like make it something like he's hurting physically, guys. There's no pain. He's just getting bitched. Like that's the best way to put it. He's getting bitched. He's getting out muscled. He's wincing. He's wincing to get out of position. Islam's always constantly putting like choke pressure on him and like some buggy choke-esque pressure. He's always smothering him, and that's just Jaden being like, "Oh, I'm in an uncomfortable position." He's not hurt, but like people on Twitter are gonna try to grasp, was there an injury? No. Oh, but his legs hurt. Yeah, his legs hurt because Islam. Like everything that hurt JDM in this fight was because of Islam, which is more frustrating probably for JDM fans because they're probably trying to grasp onto something prior to the fight that happened, but it's just him getting beat up, man. And he's like, look it, man. The damage was done here. He wanted to cry. Anyway, Jaden will be back. Yeah, and I like this. Like this one's like it's hitting the rail as well as just like letting you guys know like he wanted to cry. I've never seen a grown man in the UFC octagon on the verge of tears, like because they're getting beat up so badly. He's on the verge of tears because he's getting his ass beat. Like, can you believe that? You know, it's like, like on the verge of tears just because you're getting beat up so decisively in every aspect of fighting. It's like something I don't think I've ever seen before. So I have to applaud it when I see it. I have to applaud this because it's not easy but to cry on like national TV. You know, he's an awkward dude, but like this is unfortunate, man. Like all these, like, do you know how much memes people are? Oh, like he's never gonna live this performance down, and like this, a performance like this, I really think can change a fighter, dude. Like getting beat this bad, guys. It's like something I feel like when it happens, it could change how a fighter reacts to like fights afterwards because all they're thinking in their head is like, I really got done that bad. I really got done that grimy. Like, and I got done like that. Like, I felt like I was insignificant everywhere. He's been fighting his whole life. He's never been done like this. 18 fights in a row, guys. He hasn't experienced loss in years. And this is the first loss he's experienced. And it wasn't like a razor close fight like other people thought it was, or some people thought it was going to be. It was a one-sided whooping that literally changed probably the way he looks at himself. I think this is one of those fights that change a human being. And I think JDM could be on a really downward slope here. I really think JDM could be on some negative negative character development. Negative character development. Not as a human, but as a fighter. I really feel like this could actually change how JDM thinks and perceives and looks at himself in the mirror next time he goes into a fight. You know, this is a lighter man who just came up and bullied you in every and was way stronger than you and way better of a striker than you. You lost in every aspect. I really got to applaud Islam's team, guys, because even the low kick method, even though I predict like Islam will control him, I did not think today that I didn't think going into that fight that Islam would use the low kick. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of Islam slipping and ripping. He was slipping and ripping with his boxing, but his boxing was better as well as his kick game. But that also brings me to my next point, guys. Let's actually talk about how good really is Jack Della Maddalena. As you can see, we transitioned to the PowerPoint, guys, and was he ever that good? Now, I don't want to push this narrative because, of course, everyone was pushing the narrative that this is going to be one of Islam's best wins. And I know it's easy to go back on your words, but I remember the whole time I was saying the split decision with Chavez, the split decision with Holland, and down 2-0 against 37-year-old Gilbert Burns, who's not that great, you know. And people were kind of looking at me like, dude, you're just saying this ever. And I'm like, because and they always bring up the Bilal fight. And I kept saying things along the lines of he beat Bilal with a bad game plan. But they're like, but Ken, he stuffed 9 takedowns. I'm like, okay, but stop looking at stats and watch the fight. Bilal shot 1 takedown in the first 2 rounds. And it was like a half-ass takedown, you know. And I was telling people, Islam's going to shoot when he's fresh, not when he's sweaty. If Islam stood and traded with JDM, well, actually with the leg kicks, he was still would have struck him. But if Islam just went in there with the worst game plan, didn't throw a single leg kick and just boxed with him, it probably would have been a stupid game plan, like Bilal did, and maybe it would be a lot more close. But yeah, even if Islam didn't wrestle, he would have won, to be fair, because that low kick was destroying JDM. But yeah, I really can't say much. Like, Islam just way better than this guy. But for the Bilal fight, people thought I was coping for saying Bilal was fighting different. Now I think everyone understands what I mean. If Bilal went in there and wrestled early and established a takedown threat early, because you know what happened with Islam when he established that takedown threat after the first round of control, you'll see JDM start biting horribly on every feint. Islam would do this, JDM would be like this. And I told you guys the feints of Islam was going to open up reactions from JDM, and then he would lull JDM to, okay, we're finally just striking now. Islam would low kick him, he would box him up. JDM would have an ego oh, he's trying to box me up, I'm the better striker. He would go for strikes, easy double leg, easiest double leg of all time. Now he's on his back, guys. I don't think JDM's bad per se. I just think JDM's resume, like I said, going into this fight was overrated. I said a lot of people got a lot of stock from the Bilal Muhammad fight. People like Bedtime, when I was talking to him, he was trying to say, not just Bedtime, I'm not trying to just get on Bedtime here, but a lot of other people kept comparing Bilal and saying Bilal and Islam fight the same. And I was trying to explain to them without trying to yell their ears off, bro, Bilal does not strike like Islam. Bilal does not. He's not patient. He's not a good striker. Bilal tries to overwhelm me with volume, and that he just puts his chin on the platter, so it's easy to hit him. Of course, JDM's not gonna be. JDM's is a good accurate puncher. If you're gonna walk in front of JDM with nothing behind it, he's gonna find you. He's gonna pop you. He's gonna move a little bit. Stick and move. Stick and move. You know, Islam's not that type of striker. I don't know why it was so hard for people to grasp, and people thought I was coping when I said Bilal just had a bad game plan, going there trying to tit for tat. JDM just walking forward with nothing behind it. I don't know why people thought that was crazy. Now everyone's gonna agree with it, of course, because now time has proven that it was only because Bilal really had a bad game plan. Bilal with a good game plan, I'm pretty sure most people know he probably beats Jack Della Maddalena. If he goes in there and wrestles from the first second and makes it hard for JDM, sure, JDM can scramble, but you know, it's just gonna be a lot more of a hard fight. And that fight was still competitive with Bilal. Like I'm telling you guys, JDM fought to his level of opposition, but I said there was going to be a time where he finally goes against someone who's way more skilled, way too skilled to just fight to the opposition level, because you can't match the level of Islam. That's why Islam went in there and destroyed JDM the way he did. That's why I want people to understand at the end of this video. It wasn't because that JDM was not even that good. It's just that JDM isn't as good as you probably thought because you overhyped his win against Bilal Muhammad because Bilal Muhammad's game plan wasn't the smartest. That's all it is. That's what you got to understand and grasp from this video, guys. At the end of the day, it's not that JDM's the worst fighter of all time. It's that Bilal had a bad game plan. We all grasped if he did this to Bilal, he's gonna do it to Islam. Guys, Islam's not Bilal. Islam is Islam's the best in the world. I think Islam's the best across all weight classes. There's nothing, pound for pound number one, no doubt. You know, the way he did JDM, who's known as the best scrambler in the UFC, was embarrassing. He schooled him, and JDM scrambles were still all right. It's just that he's not as good as Islam. Islam was floating above him every time he would scramble. It's just tough night for JDM, get schooled. Listen, guys, the biggest takeaway from this is that JDM was mentally broken tonight, and will JDM ever come back and be the same? I don't know. I would probably say no. I'd probably say JDM's never going to come back and be as confident as he once was. This is the type of fight that changed the human being, guys. So this guy was really walking out mean mugging. You know, I believed him, you know. When JDM was walking out mean mugging, I was like, you know what? We're in for war. And then that mean mug, the way the mean mug transitioned into like a frowny face was just blew my mind, dude. He was actually crying in the corner, you know. Imagine anyone else crying in the corner, how much video is going to be. But I'm the only one making a video on this. Hey, it is what it is. But never seen a grown man cry in the corner in a UFC fight. You know, he has the right mindset of a. I think he has the right mindset of a fighter. He doesn't have the mindset of a champion. He knew he wasn't champion. He knew he wasn't the best in the welterweight weight class, you know. And I genuinely feel like he felt that. And I feel like it showed during the fight when his coaches were trying to communicate with him and he just was kind of giving automated responses. JDM wasn't meant to be in there with Islam that night. There's a significant skill gap. Islam's the best in the world. And JDM, he's going to go down as one of the worst welterweight champions ever, like I said he would, guys. But let me know what you guys think about this. This is not hate to JDM. I just had to make a video on this because no one else is going to make it. What is really up with JDM, guys? If anyone else was crying, I know if it's Izzy in the corner fucking crying, yeah, you could have seen videos, you know. Well, let me know what you guys think down below. That's just for me, brother. And God bless. 2, 3, 4.